come forward. The moment they like to make eye contact. The moment say, look, I have a question for you. The majority of them, they will start avoiding eye contact. This is the first thing, you lack confidence. And from here to what's the art of acquiring confidence? Theatre is the most powerful tool of acquiring confidence. If you start introducing theatre into that. So, our parental background, socio-economic, cultural background, everything. And the moment from Ashray you did a character with the name Manju. Look at the journey. You start living another life. You never get this opportunity other than theatre. It's the only theatre which gives you to live many lives, to live many characters, to confront with different kind of situations. This is the beauty of theatre. You start, please sit down. When
professional, but then it was actually a children's play as well. So basically it was like a murder mystery, it was a suspense play, and it had no humor, it was mostly serious, so it went like that.
Okay.
That was the serious play.
So what I'm trying to say, what I want to share is that is the power of theatre which transports the entire audience along. New NEP, this new education policy 2020 guidelines, they are pushing us to give priority to have arts integrated education. But I think we need to feel that requirement. More the arts intervention, the better you'll find the results. Results cannot be should as parents. I suppose if there is a parent sitting out here, people, please encourage students to take up arts. It can magically transform your child. Next, every school has a annual activity, like annual cultural function and all. That is good. That has to be there. That should become the final product. But theatre and arts should become a regular class activity. It should be everyday activity. Only then I think you can see, you will find a huge difference, the public speaking, the confidence, the power of empathizing, the emotional intelligence. Have you heard of this term? Emotional intelligence. These are actors who play with emotions, how to control emotions, how to play with emotions. It's more a multimedia performance, but again, I worked on a kind of theatre which speak across language barriers. I was into creating, I got a Ford Foundation Fellowship, USA Fellowship for creating a new kind of theatre which can speak across language barriers. That was the work, a part of that. Next please. Can you believe this happened only recently? I performed this play on 26th of March. This is the play of mine, Aap Hamare Hain Kaun, which featured in world's largest international theatre festival of India. The first play from India, which made it to world's largest international theatre festival. Something, and if I start giving you a little background of the scene, this point of at this situation, the picture, the still of this speaks about no war, please. It's speaking about the present, the situation where we are pushed the world towards war. Message which has come from the children, telling the world to vote more wars, please. They were referred to 168 girls who just lost their life in Iran. This situation, entire situation is based on that. That's the scene we exclusively created in this play. And only 26 March we performed this play. Next. This is the amount of confidence the children acquire on stage. How confidently they perform. This is the man of the same play. Because I wrote this play way back in 1994. It's a play called Aap Hamare Hain Kaun. And Tare Zameen Par and Three Idiots. You come and see my play, and then you will find two films have come out of, two films have been inspired from this scene. I gave some idea, I came up with some theme, which is even relevant today and it will be relevant tomorrow. प्रिय नेता पर एक निबंध लिखो. इस पर मेरा प्रिय नेता. And at the same time the teacher says, याद रहे, शब्द का शब्द वही लिखना है जो किताब में है. A child stands. Wrote this in 1994. क्या आपको आज भी relevant लगता है कि नहीं? You people are confronting the same thing. I think which that child stood and mustered courage to raise the question. Isn't it? मेरा प्रिय नेता. Who's going to get 100% marks in मेरा प्रिय नेता? Who's going to get? The one who has some other image of the leader, or the one who writes the way a teacher wants you to write? Who's going to get 100%?
Writing is the teacher wants.
Yeah. Here theatre comes. This is full of theatre. Entire China, even I worked in China also, I worked in Japan also, I worked in South Korea also. I worked in Finland, where you claim, and the world they claim, and the fact is that the best education, particularly the early education, is in Finland only. I worked in Switzerland also. But in all these places, theatre is the first, other things follow.
Dr. Balwant Thakur to take a few questions from the young leaders present here. Sir, may we have your permission?
Sure.
Thank you so much, sir. Dear delegates, the floor is now open for questions.
Can we have light in the hall? Professional auditorium fee. No, but really, this eye contact, other things, the impact one can make.
For me, I'm Vivan from KC Public School. So a question I would like to ask to you is, you worked in theatre and arts for such a long time and you've been involved in such art for, years and years. I think I would like to ask, what are the aspects of leadership that you've learned over time, and what advice would you give to us aspiring young leaders of the future so we can also follow the path of success?
Okay, thanks question. Thank you for a very valid question. I think now I can at least share how theatre has been instrumental in transforming me. Can you believe if I start narrating myself, it will be very theatrical. I have had no education in the beginning. Wazir Sahib is sitting here, he can relate to that situation. I come from a hilly village. Have you heard of Mata Vaishno Devi? Yes, yeah. Exactly behind the hills of Mata Vaishno Devi, my village is there. Now it's very popular. The world's highest railway bridge moves from my village. It's my land basically, where the bridge has come up. Can you believe I used to study there in a village school where teachers used to come only for 3 days a month. Only to make a record, 27, 28, 29 or some 29, 30, 31. I held 4, 5 prestigious positions in government. I was director, Himachal Center for Performing Arts. I was secretary, art, culture, languages, literature and arts education. I was a regional head North India of Indian Council for Cultural Relations in the Ministry of External Affairs. Then I became the cultural diplomat of India. And my last posting was the cultural ambassador of India, at par with any ambassador of India serving abroad. Good. One thing I tell you, there is no, as of now, there will be no alternative to the live performance. You will have live broadcasters, you will have like all these things are going to be over. Models are going to be over. Films are going to be AI generated. But live performance, there will be no alternative to that. I understand people are now creating AI scripts and all, but creativity is creativity, originality is originality. Whatever I have written originally, nobody has been able to come up with the help of AI tools.
Gurgaon and Agli. I just wanted to ask, have you ever worked on a single act with different international people, and how did you manage to tell them about your culture?
Single act?
Yeah, single act, single or multiple acts.
I speak into French, Creole and English, and I performed it at many places. And I've worked with African children, I've worked with Italians, with Chinese, with Germans. You know, theatre is all about human stories. And human stories are the same. Wherever you go, they are the same. Emotions are the same. Sufferings are the same. I think theatre is the one which speaks about humans. So, theatre speaks about the emotions, about the sufferings, about the concerns, and they are the same. It hardly makes any difference. I understand. Sometimes you have a challenge. You know, with the advent of AI, the things are getting much easier. I still remember the days way back in 1986, I went to it.
She is an alumni and she has started this new venture called October.
खड़ा भी लगा रहा हूँ